Hi, my name is Odini Sutherland, and I am the designer for the Vincentian brand, Peta Odini, and the new designer for the VPL Season 5 uniform. The concept development for me was probably the most difficult part because you're always like, what should these shirts look like? What should be the story behind them? And then I think within like a few days, it was like kind of obvious. I want these shirts to be more of a depiction of the locations, because I thought it was really cool that VPL decided to actually use actual locations around St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I thought this was important, that the shirt should now depict this. And that way, the shirt is not just something that someone plays cricket in. It's something that you as a fan, you as someone who's from St. Vincent, someone who's never been to St. Vincent, you can now purchase and say, okay, I have a piece of St. Vincent. I know where Botanical Gardens is now because of this. I know what Dark View might look like because of that. So that was kind of important to me. The first shirt I actually worked on was La Soufrière Hikers. It was kind of tricky at first because you're looking at the old uniforms and you're kind of seeing, do I use these colors? What makes sense? And I did actually play a bit with the colors for that uniform. And then it kind of was probably one of the more simpler ones, but I thought it was pretty effective, especially given what we had just gone through with the eruption and everything. And everything was really still top of mind with that. Botanical Gardens, to me, you think Botanical Gardens, you think the parrots, you think, of course, all the gardens themselves. And of course, you have to think of the breadfruit leaf, because I think that's like the whole breadfruit tree and that whole Captain Blythe thing, you know. So that for me was important to pull into that design. And then now for the Grenadines divers, it was important to me to kind of capture that serene, that, you know, the ocean, put in a little bit of that ocean life there. I mean, being someone who now actually lives in Beckway, this one was kind of really important to me as well. And I wanted it to be fun still because it's Peta Odini, so it has to be fun and very colorful. And then there was Salt Pond, and of course I'm thinking, oh yeah, Salt Pond, because that's where it is, and just thinking of all the rocks, and then that kind of set against the green vegetation, but still you see in the open sea from there. So that kind of pulled in all these different shades of blue, and it was just like a really fun one to do as well. For the Dark View Explorers, we had to change the color completely. So we went from a blue into a green, because if you visit Dark View, it's all about that lush vegetation, and then just those, not just one, it's about 3 waterfalls at the Dark View site. So that was like a really fun switch up that we did there. Fort Charlotte Strikers was the tricky one, because Fort Charlotte in itself is a bit dark and a bit gloomy, but I wanted to make it really bright and colorful like the other shirts. So that one was like, let's think Fort Charlotte at sunset perhaps. So that's how those colors came in. And then finally it was the President 11, which was actually a complete departure from everything else, because that one actually includes elements from all the shirts. And I thought, I like purple, it's gonna be purple. And it's purple, and I love it. Overall, it was a really good process. I had a really good time. I really hope that all the teams like their uniforms. I hope the fans like their uniforms. I hope everybody comes out and supports. Also, I just want to say thank you so much to the team at VPL for, you know, letting me be a part of this amazing franchise. I mean, the work that they're doing right now for cricket is amazing. And before I go, just to remind you, get your shirts. No. Like, if you haven't ordered it yet, you're late, because orders are going to be wrapped really, really soon by March 24th. And of course, remember, you can get your shirts personalized with your own name on the back. So make sure you go and you message them on Instagram, Facebook at VPLT10, or you can give them a call at 456-6604. And don't forget, it's VPL5, cricket our way.